Today we have a simple experiment. This is the DeVilbiss anti-static wipe. One panel doesn't get wiped between coats and before any paint gets applied. The other panel gets wiped before our first coat and in between every single coat. In the end, we're gonna see if this makes a difference. And while we do that, I'm gonna mention a couple other commonly overlooked things that are going to drastically affect the outcome of your paint job. Before you even think about laying any paint, you wanna blow yourself off. A lot of people don't consider the dirt or dust that they bring into the booth. A good way to limit that, just blow yourself off before you even start laying any paint. Now we'll blow our panels off. Both of these panels were cleaned with Prebsol and our water cleaner. Now we're going to tack rag our quarter panel, apply our sealer, then we will tack and anti-static wipe our door and then apply our sealer. So first we'll tack our quarter. By the way, DeVilbiss also sent some tack rags, and I have to say, these tack rags feel very different from the ones I normally use. I normally use the crystal tack cloths, and I've never really had an issue with them, but I did notice these are a lot less sticky, but still pick up dirt and dust just as effective. Makes it easier to kind of slide across the panel too. We'll throw our sealer on. Just like that. Now we'll come over to our door, and what we're gonna do for our door here, we're going to use our anti-static wipe in between every single coat of paint. And in the end, we'll see if the door comes out cleaner than the quarter. I mean, we'll actually count the dirt nibs if we have to. So here's what the anti-static wipe looks like. DeVilbiss has a cool video with this wipe where they put confetti on a table and they take a balloon and rub it against their clothes and it picks up a bunch of confetti. And then as soon as they wipe the balloon with this wipe, the balloon doesn't pick up anything. So we're gonna find out if this door is the balloon. All right, we're just about ready to start putting color on. We're gonna put down a wet bed first, but before we do, we'll take our anti-static wipe and wipe this whole panel down. For those of you who saw my last video where I showed you guys the SX103, that stuff works great. But what makes this potentially even better is the fact that I can do this in between coats. With that SX103, you can't. And it's kind of important to be able to eliminate the static in between your coats, because every time you apply paint, you're actually building a static charge on the surface. Now we'll wet bed our quarter, and we are not wiping this with the anti-static wipe. Now the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about that I think is commonly overlooked is cleaning your panel with dirty rags. While microfibers work great, since they're reusable, it's very easy to continue to use microfibers even though they're not clean. So if you're not able to consistently either wash or buy new microfiber towels, I would recommend just sticking with a lint-free shop rag. While I'm sitting here waiting for this stuff to flash off, it actually brings me to my next point, which is booth traffic. You want to walk in and out of your booth as little as possible, because the second you walk out, you are a dust magnet. And being in a body shop, we all know there's a lot of dust out there. But one thing you guys might not all know is that dust actually lingers in the air for hours after the sanding stops. If you want to test that out, next time everyone leaves, shut the lights off, in your shop, take a flashlight and point it in the air and watch how much crap is floating around waiting to attach to you and walk in the booth. All right, we're ready for our next coat. I'll wipe it down again with our anti-static wipe. The next thing we're going to talk about might seem pretty obvious, but I think its impact is very underestimated. However, the next thing we're going to talk about, I think, is extremely overlooked. But before that, what I'm referring to now is something as simple as wearing gloves and wearing a hat or a hood. Doing those two things could easily eliminate half of the dirt in your paint job. Now back to our quarter without wiping it down. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Paint a car with no gloves on, paint a car with no head protection, no hair protection, no hat, no hood, and then paint one with gloves and with your head covered. The difference will speak for itself. All you really have to understand is when you're painting a car and you're applying air to a panel, what's happening is the air is hitting the panel, bouncing off the panel, and then causing turbulence, so it's wrapping around your body, and anything loose that's on you is going to basically just get sucked onto the panel as if the panel were a vacuum. Which leads me to my next point. All right, we're ready to put down our last coat. Now, I would hope that it's safe to assume that everyone knows to make sure their paint gun is clean before they start spraying. But do you make sure that your spray gun is clean not only on the inside, but the outside as well? Because after what we just spoke about regarding the air bouncing off the panels, your gun is the closest object to the panel the entire paint job. So if you have any dirt or old paint on your gun that manages to get loose, well, what do you think is going to happen when the air hits the right spot on your gun? The main area that I focus on when cleaning the outside of my gun is the trigger, because you will get a bunch of crap that just builds up behind here. And you can see on my gun, I try to keep it spotless. Normally I would have been done after that coat, but this is painting and things usually don't go according to plan. So I came in here just to check everything over before I cleared, and I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but do you see how light it is where we put our sealer? That's because I'm shooting a 3-stage color with a 2-stage variant, so it's very transparent, so I actually can see where our sealer ends still, and that's not an issue with our sealer edge, it's actually an issue with the flop of our color and it being a very transparent variant. I went ahead and mixed 3 ounces of our color and just added a couple of the tints that are going to hopefully darken the flop up a little bit for me. I know every paint line has a matte base. Basically what that does is it lightens your flop and increases the effect in the color. So if you have metallics or pearls, it will enhance the metallics and pearls. So I left a little bit of that out, and I added a little bit extra of the tint that gives me a bluer flop, which will help darken the flop. So we'll see how that looks. Hopefully we're good, fingers crossed. I was supposed to mention in that clip that I wiped it down with the anti-static cloth before I applied it on that front door, but I forgot because I'm a little frustrated. If I'm being honest, it doesn't always work on the first try, but this time luckily it did. So we're ready to lay our clear. Before we do, I'm just going to give it one final wipe down with our anti-static wipe. I just finished laying our last coat of clear. Do you think the panel that we use the anti-static wipe on is going to be cleaner than the panel that we didn't use it on. Might shock you. So first, let's start with our quarter. You can see our quarter came out pretty clean. I did see maybe one or two tiny specks on it, but other than that, virtually spotless. Now let's move over to our door. So far, so good. Oh, what do we got there? We got a couple dust spots right on top. I would say that's already more than the quarter. Granted, it is more surface area, so we'll give that the benefit of the doubt, but then we get to the edge of the door here, and we got more dirt. And then when we go down here, oh my God, what the? Yeah, it's safe to say I was not expecting that. I mean, this section got extremely dirty. For whatever reason, I do not know, but there is a lot of dirt, because then when we come over to this side, you can see we have a finish similar to the quarter. It's definitely dirtier than the quarter. I also did not static wipe this door, and if we look at it, we have those two dust spots on top, and other than that, also looked spotless. There was one or two more somewhere here on the end. I don't know, I can't see them, but there was like one or two more. Oh, here's one. There might have been 3 total or 4 on this entire door. Maybe if you're at home in a garage or not in a professional environment, maybe it will make a difference. I think it's worth trying out. However, if you're in a professional booth, I don't think you need it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you got any value out of it, or if you wanna see more of my cleaning routines, I'll link a video here. But as for this one, that's gonna be it. Until the next time, peace.